What's up, guys? Sports Estimators back again with another video. Today we will be previewing the NFL Week 7. Again, this is Chino. That's Chewy. Please subscribe, like, share. We haven't missed a drop. We've been dropping videos every week, and as you guys can see behind us, we're going to drop an NBA video as well. So we're previewing soccer, NBA, and NFL. Name me what other channel on YouTube is doing this. Ain't nobody doing it like we are. So tell your mom, tell your uncle, tell your cousin to subscribe, like, and let's get into it. Today, right now, Thursday.
Time of the recording, we got the icy hot bowl going on. Steelers, my Steelers, are currently down 10-17 against the Cincinnati Bengals. Some are calling this the icy hot bowl because you got the two starting quarterbacks are both over the age of 40. So we'll keep you guys posted on the score. If you saw our story on Instagram, you saw we both picked the Steelers. And this would be the third week in a row that we get the Thursday night football game on after not missing any.
We were 4-0.
Yeah. But let's go ahead and get started with the Sunday games. The LA Rams will be taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars in London, 6:30 Pacific time. Who do you like in this game?
So, Puka Nacua, injured. Jaguars have consistently played overseas in London specifically. I think they're like 3-1 in London. The Rams, I mean, I don't know. The Rams are a little iffy. They have a little bit of injuries. Jaguars defense gave up a lot of yards last week. But I got the Jags to win this. Rams are coming off of a 17-3 win against the Ravens. However, they had less time of possession against the Ravens. They had 22 minutes while the Ravens had 37 minutes of time of possession. And I think if the Jaguars were to have this time of possession, they'd obviously capitalize on it. And that's why I got the Jags to win. Who you got?
Yeah, I agree. I have the Jags too. I think the Puka Nacua loss is like a very big one.
Yeah.
They do have Devontae Adams, so I think he could fill in that role of Puka Nacua. But I just think I see Jacksonville just edging out the Rams in this one.
Yeah, so do I. And if you don't feel comfortable with that, I suggest you take the Jags on the spread +3, which isn't a bad shout.
Yeah, definitely not. Next game, you got New Orleans Saints against the Chicago Bears. What do you got?
I got the Bears to win. DeAndre Swift had himself a breakout game in the Bears uniform.
Maybe. I can't remember him having... Definitely, this has been his best game so far this year. I don't recall if he had a big game like this last year.
No, he didn't. I don't think so. But, I mean, we're kind of seeing that DeAndre Swift of, when he was with the Eagles. 14 carries, 108 yards.
That's funny. Sorry to cut you off. No, his last name kind of describes how he plays.
Swift?
Like
Swifty?
Yeah.
He shows like, spurts of like him being a good running back.
Yeah.
Because he's not great. He's like mid-table running back. But
yeah. I really like his style. So I always find myself rooting for him, other than the fact that I still pick him up on some of my fantasy teams because I really like his style. But I think with him, what hurts him is that he doesn't get a lot of red zone touches because he's like a smaller back. I feel like because he doesn't have like those big touchdown numbers, he does not as talked about as some of like the premier backs in the league. But personally, I really like his game.
Yeah. And this Bears team has been looking good, man. They've been looking pretty ever since that the loss week 1. They've been looking pretty all right, man. So
their offense is starting to come together for
sure. Ben Johnson has definitely turned his team around. But who you got?
I like the Bears too. I think 5.5 points might be a lot.
It is.
The Saints are 1-5, but they've pretty much given everybody like a fight at least to start off the game. I definitely like the Bears to win this one. I wouldn't be surprised if the Saints keep this close, but I'm rocking with the Bears for this game.
Yeah, it's another shot. You could take the Saints on the spread.
Yeah. Moving on to the next game, you got the Dolphins at the Browns. I'll start with this one. The Dolphins have yet to win a game on the road, but the Browns are due for a win because they're coming off a 3-game losing streak. So I like the Browns to win this game. I think Quinshon Judkins is going to have a good game. And I think Miami's going to have a hard time moving the ball on that Cleveland defense. So I think Cleveland, they're at home. Like I said, they're due for a win. And I'm picking them to beat the Dolphins this week.
Battle of Ass, game of the week. It was either between this or the Jets, but this is the Battle of Ass game of the week. I don't know if you saw, but there's a report coming out that there's going to be winds up to 50 to 60 miles per hour.
Damn.
And if that's the case,
50 to 60 is insane.
yeah. What's the freaking QB's name? I always draw blanks for the Browns.
Oh, Dylan Gabriel?
He cannot throw the ball, so they have no other choice but to run it.
Mm-hmm.
Miami has a way better running back. So if this turns out to be that type of game, I think Miami's gonna edge out the win. So I got Miami to win. Who did you have to win?
Browns.
You had the Browns to win, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got Miami to win.
Okay.
And this is the second game that's underdog. Because the Jaguars are underdogs.
Yeah, I'm surprised the Jaguars are underdogs.
I'm surprised too, but
okay, I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, take the under on this game because Jesus.
Yeah, 50 to 60 mile per hour winds is insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why I thought like cuz Devon Achane is obviously like one of the better backs in the league, but I think Quinshon Judkins is also good. So, I think it's going to be like you said, like both teams are going to try and run the ball.
Yeah.
And if it gets to the point where they're going to have to start throwing the ball, I just trust Cleveland's defense more to get pressure on Tua than the Dolphins on Dylan Gabriel. But I think this is a close game. So
yeah.
Let's move on to the next one. Patriots at the Titans. Who do you got?
I got Patriots to win, man. I mean, Titans did just fire their head coach, and everywhere that I've seen, people like the Titans in this spot because they always say, every time there's a head coach firing, the team always kind of bounces back, kind of proving a point and saying like, yeah, it wasn't us, it was the head coach. So this might be tight. 7 points is the spread. I'm fading this game everywhere except for here because I know we're gonna. I'm pretty sure you got the Patriots too.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. I have similar notes. I have the Patriots winning, but I actually like the Titans to cover the spread. Do you agree?
Ooh, I don't know. It could go either way.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Yeah. By the way, we're not keeping track of our spread record. Just the
fuck that.
It's just kind of like a side note on certain games because the spread I think is significantly harder to predict. Yeah. But the Patriots are starting to look like a playoff team.
Drake May.
Yeah, Drake May. He's been
balling, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
And Patriots lead that division right now, which who would have thought?
That's crazy. They're on a 3-game win streak, so definitely like the Patriots in this game. I think this might be like a one of like if we were to do like a best bet, I think this would probably be like the Patriots in this one because I'm pretty confident that they'll beat the Titans.
Yeah.
If the Titans win, it'll be one of those games, and I feel like this happens a lot in the NFL, where it's like a team will be like let's say for example they haven't been able to stop the run all season, and then one game they magically like fix it, and then they like pull off an upset.
Yeah.
Like I feel like if the Titans win this game, it's because they'll have to do something that they haven't done all year in some asset of the game. But moving on to the next game, we got the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. The biggest spread of the week. Kansas City is favored by 12.5. Rashee Rice is coming back from suspension. And it's kind of a good time because Kansas City's offense is starting to pick up. So, yeah, I definitely like Kansas City to win. Maybe cover. I'm not too confident on that because 12.5 is a lot, especially since it's a divisional game and we know how close those are. But is there anything here? Let's hear your take and then we could talk about.
I mean, I had seen a stat that the Chiefs for this amount of like the spread, they don't tend to cover that much. Like there's like a 2-game difference.
They're always in one possession games. It feels like.
Yeah. So, but it's like there's a 2-game difference between either they do cover or they don't. So I mean, I don't know. It's tough to say if they'll cover or not. But with Rashid Rice coming back, with what the Chiefs just did to the Lions, this being a divisional game, it's always kind of ugly.
They're at home.
They're at home too, so I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know. I mean, this is another game that I would fade, but I got the Chiefs to win outright because
Is Juju's playing? Juju Smith-Schuster playing?
Is he? Is he on IR? is he on a concussion protocol?
Shout out Brian Branch.
Brian Branch, you did everywhere around the league. You brought justice, and not only that, but you brought justice to my boy Chewy because give it away.
So Brian Branch, first of all, we don't promote violence on this podcast, but this is kind of going back to the Sports Estimators jinx.
Oh my god!
Like where we've kind of like jinxed players, but this time it was kind of a reverse jinx.
Yeah.
But anyways, if you guys caught our video last week, I told a story about the time that I ran into Juju Smith-Schuster, and I concluded it by saying that this is an anti-Juju Smith-Schuster podcast. And shout out Brian Branch. Looks like he's a fan of the show because he responded by punching him after the game. So Brian Branch, we appreciate the loyalty and the support, but you don't got to be socking people out here, bro. It's not worth it. You're gonna lose money. We'll send you some change for your support, but that's like chump change for you. But anyways, appreciate it, bro.
Bro, did you see his quote after the game though?
Brian Branch's? No.
Yeah. So he said, "It was a childish thing, but I'm tired of people doing stuff in between the play and refs don't catch it." And everywhere that I've seen, people have said this about Juju Smith-Schuster. Yeah. And I don't know if you saw the clip when Juju kind of blindsided him.
Yeah, I saw that. I did see
that. And I've always noticed that about him is that he is like, he'll take cheap shots at people. Also, if you guys, watch Club 520, Zaire Alexander also talked about that. That's Juju Smith-Schuster's...
Franklin, right?
Zaire Franklin, yeah. He talked about it as well that, Juju always kind of, he'll talk smack about you.
He deserved it, right? He said he deserved it.
Yeah, he said he deserved it because he does that sneaky, sneaky stuff when the refs aren't looking. So I think it was well deserved. What made my day was just seeing the pictures of Juju Smith-Schuster. Even the videos, bro, the way he got socked and the way he kind of fell to the floor looked like it was like an act. And then the way he got flipped from his face mask, and then the picture just shows that for getting pulled by the ear.
Bro, it's funny because like when he first reacted to it, it's almost like he tried and sold like, hey, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. And then like you can see him react and be like, nah, like he wanted to get his game back.
But I mean, in conclusion, everywhere around the league just proved Chewy's point that Juju Smith-Schuster's a piece of shit. And then he deserved it. Oh shit, that's funny, man. Man, dude, as soon as I seen that shit happen to him, I was like, bro, we jinx everybody so bad. We jinx this for to get his ass beat.
That's crazy. But moving on to the Minnesota game, they'll be taking on the Eagles. The Eagles are only favored by 1.5, and I think that's a pretty accurate spread because I do like Philly to win this game, but I think it's going to be a close one.
Yeah.
We've seen that the Eagles team, but especially their defense, is different when Jalen Carter plays versus when he doesn't.
Yep.
Because the 2 games that they've lost is when, like the first game against the Cowboys where he missed basically the whole game, and then last week. So he's going to play. I like the Eagles to win.
Yeah, I got the Eagles to win too. I think if J.J. McCarthy plays this game, they're definitely not the Vikings have no chance. But with Carson Wentz, kind of behind the ball and, throwing it, I think he'll give them a little bit of a chance. Although the Eagles do need to clean it up.
Yeah, for sure.
I think, the recipe to win is to obviously, like how it's been clear to everybody, is for them to not throw the ball. But when you don't throw the ball, you either run it with Saquon or you run it with Jalen Hurts. And the thing with running it with Saquon is that I think he might be hurt because he doesn't have that same explosiveness. He's not playing with the same type of
Like pop.
Yeah, he doesn't. I don't know. That pop seems like it's not gone because there'll be spurts, but it just something is up with him.
I think I gotta go back and watch the film. But like I'd imagine it has to do with like they're probably stacking the box. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're kind of, because that's what Philly wants to do. Like they want to really run the ball.
Yeah.
So I think he's probably the coverages that the teams are playing them. It's probably not conducive for him to have like big runs.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on that, but yeah, he might. That could also be a factor as well because he does actually not look the same.
Yeah.
Just like him when he runs for sure.
And one more thing with my weekly Jalen Hurts quote of the week. Here is Jalen himself.
Take it a day at a time. You're trying to approach it, wise competitor, approach them all the same. So whether it's a win or a loss, there's a lot to learn in both.
Boy, if you don't shut the hell up. Bro, if my QB were to say that after losing 2 back-to-back games, oh my God, I would be so pissed, especially wearing that stupid-ass hat that he was wearing.
I feel like bro probably practices like his post-game interviews and like...
He practices them in the mirror before every night. He probably practices in the mirror going over these stupid ass fucking quotes, bro. But oh my God, he's such a clown, bro. He's such a clown.
I feel like at first it was kind of like he has like this aura to him, but now it's kind of gotten to the point where people are like, dude, like not everything has to be so philosophical.
Bro, like, cut the act. Like, all right, we get it, bro. Can you just, like, he tries to go about it so classy, drop these quotes. Like,
he's an old soul.
Bro, I think he gets off, like, seeing, like, these motivational, like, pages on TikTok, like, drop his video in, like, black and gray. Yeah. And then, now, which one I'm talking about? Like the motivational videos on like TikTok where like somebody's saying some motivational shit and then they'll do and then it'll cut to him like winning the Super Bowl and shit and then like even when he had himself on his phone like losing that Super Bowl with the Chiefs with the confetti falling down.
Yeah.
Like he's so corny, bro.
I mean, that's my quarterback on a lot of my teams, so I can't really talk too much shit about my QB1, but
I think I have too. I think I have him in the league.
You're over here like on a podcast, like hating on Jalen Hurts. Meanwhile, every Sunday he scores, and you're like, oh yeah,
bro. I mean, that fool fucking runs the ball on the 1 yard line every time. So
he's like push. I think he's actually QB1 in fantasy right now.
Oh hell no!
When I checked this week, I think he's QB1. So check right now. I think on like half of the fantasy leagues that I'm in, I have Jalen Hurts, and he's been doing well every week, even though he hasn't been throwing the ball that well because of like the rushing touchdowns and the rushing production that he does. He does produce fantasy wise every week.
On ESPN Fantasy, he's ranked 4th.
Oh, he's ranked 4th?
Jesus Christ, bro. Oh, that shit pisses me off. Seeing that. I wonder what Dak's ranked.
We'll get into Dak later. All right, let's move on to the next game. Carolina Panthers are taking on the New York Jets. I'm not going to lie. I was tempted to pick the Jets in this game. But once I seen Garrett Wilson is doubtful, I'm like, dude, their passing offense already hasn't looked good all season. Yeah. So it's like now who is he going to throw it to? So for that reason, I like Carolina to win. They're coming off of a win against the Cowboys, who I should have freaking picked.
I know.
Remember I told you?
Yeah, you were
them and Atlanta, remember?
Yeah.
I was like, I want to pick Atlanta. But anyways, they're coming off a win. The Carolina defense is actually pretty good. And like we said, the Jets offense is limited. So I do like Carolina to win this game, but the Jets are definitely due for a win.
I'm going to go with what I saw and the Panthers. I know Chuba Hubbard is supposed to come back. Do not start him. Do not play him. Let Rico Dowdle get the ball and let him run it.
Might have had the best revenge game so far this season, Rico Dowdle.
I think that I've ever seen. Bro, but we'll get to that later. But I got the Panthers to win, man. I don't think anybody, off of the way the head coach fucking fumbled the game last week for the Jets, Obviously, they were winning. I don't know what the head coach's name for the Jets is, but Garrett Wilson was pretty fucking pissed off at him. I think he's not injured. I think he's faking it. I don't think that fool wants to play for that fool.
That's crazy.
I think he's just waiting for him to get. I think he's the next coach in line to get fired.
I mean, 0-6. Like,
What's his name? What's his name?
Jets.
Aaron Glenn.
Aaron Glenn.
You fumbled the game last week against Denver. But yeah, I mean, I got.
That's crazy though. They should have low-key beat Denver.
They
should have,
bro.
Week.
They should have, and I think that's why Garrett Wilson was so pissed. And I think that fool just said, my hammy.
I have him on one of my teams too. I'm like, damn. Anyways,
Moving
Giants speaking of Denver, Giants at Denver. Denver is favored by 7 points. That might be a lot because the Giants defense has looked a lot better offensively. We know their defense is, pretty good. Their defense doesn't suck by any means.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like Denver to win. I want to talk about Jackson Dart. I got to give you credit because I remember in his first start, I think he said they were like a 3-headed monster with him and Scadaboo. And I remember I was this close to calling you out on it. Like, they're a 3-headed monster already, but hey, you've been right so far. I think he's going to be like he could be the next NFL marketed star. Because, like, think about it. He plays in New York. So I think, and he's white. So I think it's going to be like whenever the Lakers have a good white player, they always get hyped like Caruso and Austin Reeves.
Yeah.
I think Jackson Dart is going to have a similar effect to it because bro has aura to him and his game is really fun to watch. So Jackson Dart might be like right there. Like, I mean, we saw what happened with OBJ.
Yeah.
Not saying, Jackson Dart's talent is like OBJ level, but I think with, again, being a big market like New York, if you're even relatively successful and you got like that personality or, that look to you, that goes a long way in terms of your star status.
I'm going to just piggyback off of it. 4-4 in the big blue. Big 6. Bro, that fool, I fucking love Scatterboo. The Giants are the fucking NFC rivals with the Cowboys, but I don't care, bro.
I was going to say, bro.
Yeah. Bro, I mean, when I see players that are good, I'm gonna call them. I called it out. I told you. I said, imagine if Neighbors was still healthy, bro.
Yeah.
Scatterboo and this fool.
Yeah.
And what helps this fool Jackson Dart is that little fucking black ice shit that he does, bro. That shit got me eyes from the beginning. That shit got me wet because that's a cold white boy with some swag, boy. He plays pretty good. Like,
yeah,
he hasn't really shown the arm talent a lot. He could definitely run the ball. He's like a dual threat quarterback, but that's a cold white boy with a lot of aura, bro.
To me, he's what people thought Joe Burrow was when they thought Joe Burrow. Remember when Joe Burrow with the cigar?
Yeah.
Like, obviously, Joe Burrow as a football player is way better.
Yeah.
But you remember how they were hyping up, Joe Burrow swaggy and he has aura to him? I think, to me, that's who Jackson Dart is.
He leveled it up a little bit, but it's because of everything that he's done, like with that eye thing, like coming off of trying to be Anakin. Like,
plus, his game, like we said, is more like, it's like more swaggy to it.
Yeah. And then, I mean, just that duo with him and Scatterboo now. Bro, that's why I'm so upset that we didn't really get to see him and Neighbors because those celebrations would have been cold, bro. Yeah. But I really wanted to take Denver. I mean the Giants to win this game. I really did.
Really? Just outright?
Yeah, to win, like money line. But Denver Broncos through 6 weeks have 30 sacks.
Dang.
Last game, or Nico Bonito
leads the league in sacks.
With 8 sacks. And this Denver Broncos team is on pace to finish the season with 85 sacks, beating the 1984 Bears that hold the record with 72 sacks in a year. So, and with them, racking up the sacks like that, with Jackson Dart being a rookie QB, I just think they're going to fucking eat that boy alive.
Yeah. That's a tough defense to play.
Yeah, but I mean...
And it's at Denver.
Yeah, and it's at Denver. But I mean,
The altitude.
Yeah, Scatterboo's a dog. I mean, to have that boy as like another, pass protection for you, you could tell Scatterboo really fucks with his boy, and he'll take a hit for him.
Yeah.
Give him one more second, to be alive in the pocket to get that to release that ball. So,
Scatterboo looks way older than a rookie.
bro, yeah, he does. I wonder. Oh, I think he's like 23 probably.
Maybe older because you know how in football, like if you stay
Oh,
like 4,
yeah.
they stay longer than in basketball.
He's 23. Damn.
But yeah, so you got
I got
Denver?
Denver, but
Giants to cover the spread.
Giants-
7 points is a lot, low key.
Giants cover the spread.
Okay.
Because also that D line for Giants are pretty good.
Yeah.
So
Dexter Lawrence.
yeah, bro, he's been balling too, and so has Abdul Carter. He's been pretty good. So,
Yeah.
I mean, this Giants team is gonna be a problem when we play them again. But
Yeah.
I told you.
You're right. All right, moving on to the next game. The Indianapolis Colts taking on the Chargers. The Chargers are actually favored by 1.5, which to me was surprising because, they're banged up. Their O-line, running back. Vidal did have a good game last week, but I did see that Derwin James and Quentin Johnson are questionable. And with those two, aside from all the injuries that they already have, I feel like there's too many question marks surrounding the Chargers right now. And with the Colts, it's kind of like they're pretty consistent,
Yeah.
as far as the points that they put up and their production. So I'm taking the Colts to win this game.
Yep. I will follow you on that. I am also taking the Colts. For the Colts to be plus 110, that's absurd to me because
Yeah.
Chargers, I mean, the Colts are a better team than the Commanders. And who else did the Chargers lose to? It was the Commanders and
The Chargers.
the Chargers lost to the Commanders and the Giants. Colts are a way better team than both of them. Even though both of those games are actually they I think did they lose at home? I'm not sure, but I think the Colts are underdogs in this game because the Chargers are playing at home. We just saw the Colts play against the Rams at home, almost sealing a dub, but just some mistakes. I think Colts are on fire. Colts are going to prove themselves that they're, top contending AFC team. Hopefully I don't jinx them, but I got the Colts to win, man.
For sure. Next game, divisional game. The Commanders taking on your Dallas Cowboys.
My God, bro.
You picking your team to win? After that L to the Panthers?
Take it away first. Take it away.
I'm not. I'm taking the Commanders. The Cowboys can't stop anyone. I think pretty much anybody that has a decent defense is a bad matchup for them because literally any team, any offense has had a lot of success against the Cowboys. And the Commanders' defense are actually pretty good. They're 13th in points. So I think they'll be able to get enough stops. This should be a high-scoring game, I think. But I think this is a bad matchup for the Cowboys because the Commanders are second in rushing yards. And the Cowboys' defense is 29th in yards rushing defense. So it's a bad matchup. Plus, if they somehow, like we said, a team will not be able to do anything the whole season and then one game they turn around. So, like, if the Cowboys manage to finally stop the run, you still have to worry about Jaden Daniels and the weapons that he has. So, I think the Commanders are the better all-around team right now. So, I'm picking them to beat the Cowboys this week.
I'll start off with the positives first. The positives. Dak. He's right there with Baker Mayfield contending for, MVP. But Baker Mayfield kind of has just a couple more votes because his Bucs team actually shows up for him. Unlike the Cowboys, only the offense shows up for him. Also, George Pickens, pick up of the season. How did you guys get rid of him? What do you think it was that he just couldn't get his shit together at over there in Pittsburgh?
I have no idea, but I don't even know if he would have performed this well for the Steelers this season because I think the trade motivated him more to really prove himself on the field. And real quick, let me interject real quick since we're not going to talk about the Steelers since they're playing right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really upset because I think I talked about it on our preview video. I was hyped when we got DK because I thought we were going to have DK and Pickens, and that would have been a fire duo. And now there's rumors that given the state of the NFC North, with the Ravens dealing with injuries, the Bengals are dealing with injuries, the Steelers look like they want to make a push. So they're looking for a wide receiver to trade for. And I'm like, bro, we had the guy. We had Pickens. And so now they're rumored to maybe trade for Olave, which I would really like too. Yeah, I think he would be a really good fit. Working, he's more of that like high reception, possession receiver, whereas DK is more of that deep threat. So I think he'd be a good fit. Plus, he's a really good player. But I'm upset that we let Pickens go.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's one of those things where I think obviously we won't know for sure, but I think him getting traded was actually, in a way, humbling, I feel like, for him, and it gave him that extra motivation, and that's why he landed in a good situation, especially right now because CD's out, so he's getting more opportunity.
Yeah, and I knew he was good, but I didn't know he was this good.
Bro, there was like, when his first couple years, there was talks of him like, oh, if this guy figures it out, he has the potential to be the best receiver in the league. And I think this was kind of just when Jay Jettas and Jamar Chase were starting to take off. So like now, that best receiver in the league is kind of a bit out of the question.
Yeah.
But that just kind of highlights how talented he is.
Yeah. Because with CD Lamb out, I mean, the first 2 weeks, he was still kind of being stupid. Like, he was still kind of doing, like, stupid shit that you would see him do with the Steelers. But then once CD Lamb kind of, got injured, I think he was like, oh, shit, like, I think it's, like, my time to shine.
Yeah.
So, I mean, so far this season, 32 receptions, 525 yards. That's the league third most. 6 touchdowns, tied for first over on the league. And he averages 16.4 yards. So, those are good stats, bro. Anywhere else you were to plug him in, he'd be an automatic, wide receiver 1.
Yeah.
But with, CeeDee Lamb and him, it's a good matchup. Not a good matchup, but a good duo. And we were supposed to get CeeDee Lamb back this week, I guess. So we'll see how that goes. Let's see if George Pickens, is still the same.
I'm salty that he's popping off like this, but at the same time, I'm not, because I knew he was going to have a good season. So if he wins me fantasy leagues because I have him, I'm saying it right now, I will buy a Pickens Cowboys jersey.
Oh, shit.
That white, the one with the blue sleeves is hard.
Bro, that one is so sick.
I won't wear it. I won't put it on, but I'll buy it because I'm in like 6 different leagues and I have a lot of him. So if he wins me enough money, I'll buy a Pickens jersey, Cowboys one. But who do you got for this game?
Get the fucking Commanders, bro. Fucking Deebo Samuel is going to have a career game. The Commanders running back, fucking Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt, probably going to have a career game as well. One of those 2 players is going to have like 3 TDs against this trash-ass defense, bro. We cannot stop the fucking run.
Or Terry McLaurin. Who knows if he's going to be... I think he might play this game.
Maybe, but he's always getting... Terry McLaurin has never done shit against us.
Really?
We've always got him locked up. So, yeah, he's never done anything against us, really. But, yeah, man, our linebackers are fucking trash. I think I do a better job at, like, stopping the run if I were to put the pads on. Bro, they fucking suck. I saw a breakdown of our linebacker.
What was his name?
I know you're talking about Overshown.
Overshown, yeah.
He's still not scheduled to come back because of the ACL tear.
I feel like that's been a huge loss for you guys.
It was. Oh, and also one thing to note: if we were to still have Michael Parsons, there would be nothing would be different. But with Michael Parsons not being there, it gives us more money to be able to sign George Pickens to like a couple like a 3 to 4 year deal, and that gives us more wide receiver depth, something that we haven't seen in a long time. I think ever since I've been a Cowboys fan, this is my favorite duo, like. Ever.
Duo, yeah.
Because, I mean, back then, Des Bryant and then fucking Cole Beasley.
I was going to say Cole Beasley.
Cole Beasley, bro. Like, really? And then fucking... I mean, there was,
What about Witten? Oh, he's not a receiver, but...
Ferguson. Ferguson lost a little bit of pop, but Ferguson's been going off everywhere.
Yeah.
And, I mean, back then when we had Amari Cooper, With
Yeah, because you guys have always had like a good wide receiver one. But
Yeah.
you're right. I think this is like since we've been watching the
Yeah.
best duo for sure.
Yeah, I mean, so
Cowboys duo.
yeah, I mean, moving on, man, because then I'm gonna get pissed off,
Losing to the Panthers is crazy though.
bro. I was so I was watching the game and I muted it.
For real?
Angie was like, "Oh, why is it muted?" And then I was like, I don't even think I answered her how pissed I was. I was boiling, bro. Like, I think smoke was coming out of my head, bro. She was like, "Why is it muted?" And I was like, "I don't know."
That's just the worst though. When you're like mad about a game and people are asking you questions, like you're just like you don't want to be a dick, but you're just like, bro, oh my gosh,
I was so pissed.
oh that's funny. Muted is crazy though.
I was watching it muted.
You should have just turned it off.
No, I
No,
turned
because
it off.
it was a competitive game.
It was. Oh no! As soon as like they had field goal range and like I seen it come off like perfectly, I was like, "Fuck this shit!" I just turned that bitch off.
Bro, side note, I do a pick'em through the CBS app at my work, and I was in contention for winning it this week, and the difference was that game did. Did I pick? Yeah, that game did mess me up. But what was worse is that despite all the games that like I had a good feel on and I still missed, I was still in contention to win it, and it came down to the Monday Night Football tiebreaker, and I put 45 for the game between the Commanders and the Bears.
Yeah.
And I would have won if he had missed that last second field goal.
Oh,
So like I got the family
damn.
together, and I'm like, oh, like if he misses it, like I win this much money. And then like freaking my mom was even invested in it, and she hates football. And then like when he made it, I was like, damn, I feel dumb as hell now.
Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah, but anyways, moving on to the Green Bay Packers at the Cardinals game. What do you got?
I got the Packers, but one thing to know about the Packers are not a Super Bowl contending team. But I think it's due to them not being, bro. I think they're not gonna play. They haven't played a home game since they played the Commanders like week 2.
Oh dang!
So, and I think they're still not gonna play home, even down the line. So I don't know if that's a factor, but this team just doesn't look like what we thought it looked. Everybody, you fucking cheeseheads thought just because you were gonna get Michael Parsons, you guys thought you guys were Super Bowl bound. What? How many sacks does he have for you guys? Let me know. I'll wait. I'll wait. I'm still waiting. 2. It's fucking 2. And one of them shouldn't have even counted, so technically it should be 1. But yeah, I mean, this Packers team is not a Super Bowl contending team to me. I got 7 points. I mean, I don't know if what's his name, Kyle Murray's gonna be QB.
I don't think it's been like, I think he's questionable, but it's still not confirmed if he's gonna play or not.
Yeah.
But last week, Jacoby Brissett actually looked better, had that offense looking better than Kyler has low key all year.
Yeah.
So you got Green Bay in this game?
Yeah, I got Green Bay.
Yeah, I got Green Bay too. I just think they're the better all around team. They're coming off of a bye.
Yeah.
Or no, they're not coming off of a bye.
No.
But I just think, I mean, the Cardinals have been struggling all season. Kyler, like we said, is questionable. Marvin Harrison is questionable.
Yep,
The running
I saw
backs
that.
have been injured. So I definitely like Green Bay to win this game. And I think we're going to see in these next couple of games a trend of like injuries. And I'm just going to bet against the teams that are injured.
Yep.
Having said that, we got the Atlanta Falcons taking on the San Francisco 49ers. I am very surprised that the San Francisco 49ers are favored by 1.5 in this game. I'm picking the Falcons money line. The Niners just lost Fred Warner for the season last year. We know they lost Bosa. We know they've have a lot of pieces on offense still out. Atlanta, on the other hand, their defense is legit. They have a lot of talented players on offense, and it seems like they're starting to find their groove.
Yep.
So I definitely like the Falcons in this game. If Shanahan finds a way to win this game, I think he's right there with Steichen for Coach of the Year.
Yeah.
Because if he gets this team to 5-2 with the amount of injuries that they've had, that's insane. But definitely like the Falcons to win this game.
Yeah, I also got the Falcons to win. Fred Warner
Damn,
being
Bengals
out.
are beating the Steelers right now, 27-17.
I fucking should have picked the Bengals. Oh my god! But anyway, Fred Warner being out is definitely a big loss. Falcons are very legit. They play very physical, and if they're just gonna go out there and pound the 49ers at home, that's gonna that'll be I'll be definitely be hate watching. But Drake London is a fucking dog, bro. Him and B. John Robinson, they
Yes,
could
sir.
definitely run the ball. And right now, something with the 49ers is that they cannot stop the run.
And now
So,
Fred Warner's out, and he's that like sideline to
yep.
sideline linebacker.
So, with that being said, smash the Falcons because how the
Yeah.
hell are the 49ers going to
Yeah.
win this game?
This is one of those games where I'm like, I think I've talked about this before, but when I'm like, how are they favored? Like usually when that happens, like it almost never hits. So I'm like, I kind of want to see like if the Niners win, it's like a Vegas thing.
Yeah.
I think.
And also, too, Christian McCaffrey, with this offensive line that the 49ers have, he cannot get nothing going. This offensive line for the 49ers is dog water, bro. Like,
Yeah, all his production has been in the passing games.
yeah. So, I mean, on paper, or even not on paper, but like, people that break down the game, everybody's going to tell you pick the Falcons from everywhere that I've seen. And yeah, this might be Vegas probably got to hit on this game.
Yeah.
There's a sniper somewhere in that building.
Right?
All right, moving on.
Monday's games, another injury-plagued team, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Detroit Lions at home. Who do you got?
Lions haven't lost back to back, and I think our boy was saying that they haven't lost back to back in like since his second year in the league, which would be like 3 years ago, 3 years ago.
Who's our boy?
Amara.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
So I got the Lions because, like, the Lions are coming off of a loss. I think, what happened last game against the Chiefs is definitely going to fuel them.
Yeah.
And the Bucks being plagued with injuries, it'll be a close game because Baker Mayfield is a damn dog. He is a dog. I think he's going to keep it close. Minus 5.5 for the spread is pretty big. It's and we've seen that the Bucks kind of keep, games tight at the end. They always, when they've won, they won by one possession. But yeah, I got the Lions. Who you got?
I agree with pretty much everything you said. The only thing I disagree is that I actually like the Lions to cover the 5.5 because to your point about them coming off of losses, we saw what happened that the game against the Bears where they put up 52 on them following the loss to Green Bay.
Yeah.
They're at home, and then if the Bucks weren't so injured, like I might have even picked the Bucks, but I just think that Lions, like, bro, they play angry coming off of losses, and I think they're gonna have like a chip on their shoulder. But yeah, the Bucks, basically their four best skill position players might not play. Mike Evans, Ibuka, Bucky Irving, and Godwin are all questionable, or some of them are even doubtful. So I think it's just going to be too tall of a task for Baker, who I think is the front runner for MVP.
Yeah.
Real quick. So would you say he's a front runner, or would you say Dak still?
No, I think because of, everything that what I've said about Dak is that, like, yes, he is in contention, but his team, like, his team is, shit, because if you're a legit, MVP, you'll still find ways to win, even though it's not on Dak.
Yeah.
He's not playing defense with, at this point, if he wants to get MVP, I think he has to go and suit up as a linebacker. But Baker Mayfield finds ways to win for his team because his team obviously backs him up when, to get the dubs.
Yeah, real quick, their stats are actually pretty comparable. Baker is 12 touchdowns to 1 interception to Dak's 13 touchdowns to 3 interceptions. Dak does have him beat in yards. Dak ranks second, while Baker is fourth in the league. And Dak actually has a better QBR than Baker. But like you said, I think the difference is Baker's team is 5-1, and the Cowboys are under 500.
Yeah.
And to your point about Baker finding ways to win, it's just kind of that wow factor to Baker where we've seen him several times already throughout this year make improbable plays with his legs. And I think that like entertainment value and just like finding, like you said, finding ways to win, I think that plays a big part of it too. But you know, obviously we're not even halfway through the season, but as of right now, I think Baker is the front runner for MVP.
Yeah, it'd be Baker, Dak, and then Josh Allen.
Yeah. Plus also like Baker's had to deal with injuries too.
Yeah.
So I think that's
they're still finding ways to win.
That's another big selling point for him.
Do you have your overall record? Do you have it updated?
Well, I think I was at 46, and then last week I hit 10, so I think I'm like 56.
Damn. Okay. Cause
I know I hit 10.
I have 52 right. But with that being said, I had to sharpen up the pencils. I've been trash. I've been so trash with NFL. Last week was a horrible week for me. With that being said, there's a lot of upsets this week.
Yeah, 56.
So 56, okay. I have 52. And even I think in Liga MX, I started off hot, and then I
think you're ahead of me in Liga MX. We'll count the picks next week. We promise. But
for Liga MX, we'll count them. But you know, for this week, you know, he has 56 right. I have 52 right. I'm looking to bounce back. I think I'm probably gonna get each game right. So if you guys want, you know, to do how many games is it? 10, 12?
For this week,
I think it's 14 games. Do a 14 leg parlays with all the picks.
It might even be 15 because I don't think we mentioned this, but the Bills and the Ravens are the only teams on a bye this week.
Yeah, it might be 15.
So it should be 15 because there's only 2 teams out, which is one game.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna miss any game this week.
You're gonna go 100?
Go 100. Looking to bounce back.
I don't think I've ever gone 100 in 1 week.
Nah, neither have I.
It's hard.
In NFL, it's hard.
Even when there's 14 games, you know, when there's like a lot of teams on the bye, it's very hard because there's at least like one upset. And getting that one upset right is hard.
Oh, and one thing I also want to know. Our stats are pretty, you know, comparable because a lot of people, I've seen this from, there's some guys out there that I follow, you know, they're talking about, they do, you know, they're heavy bettors, you know, these are the type of bettors that, you know, bet 6 figures. You know, they're the ones that whenever they put their bets in, they move the lines. They start betting. Okay. They bet like Sunday night. Like as soon as the lines come out, they start betting. So they get the high, you know, they get the high spreads, you know, and then they put in bets throughout the whole week. And if a line moves, they're betting it. But even these professional bettors, they haven't been hitting like how they were hitting last year. So, I mean, it's so inconsistent. So, I mean, if people that are paying for picks, you guys are better off subscribing to us because more than likely you'll hit with us more than wasting your money. And you guys, you know, we'll open up a Cash App and you guys could, you know, we'll take donos.
Even like, your record is 52, 39, and 1, which doesn't sound like too great, but it's well above 500. And you know what they say with betting, if like you hit more than half, like you're doing pretty well. Yeah. But we didn't talk about the last game. Houston at Seahawks.
My bad.
To round it out. I really like the Texans to cover the 3.5. But I'm still picking Seattle to win outright. Houston's defense is special. They're first in points, their defense, 4th in total yards, and top 10 in both passing and rushing yards. So they pretty much don't have a weakness defensively. The problem is their offense hasn't been able to get much going, and Seattle's defense is also really good as well. So for that reason, I like Seattle to win at home. But like I said, I really like Houston to cover the 3.5 because if they win outright, I would not be surprised.
Yeah. I did know Houston was a very good team. I did know that they, you know, allowed the least amount of points to their opposing team. But the Seahawks, bro, JSN, that boy's cold. Yeah. That boy is cold. I
Another player that I'm rooting for because he might win me a lot of money.
Bro, yeah, that team is stacked.
And you know what's funny? In that league, I don't have either Pickens or JSN in that league.
Oh, yeah, because I tried to trade JSN with my cousin for A.J. Brown.
Bro, I just started laughing. But lucky to give you some credit, he is an Eagles fan, so there might be some sentimental value there for him, you know?
And he almost took the bait.
What did he say?
He tried. He said he'll shoot me a Cruz Azul jersey
Oh.
for another player.
And someone was like, not la máquina celeste.
That shit had me dying. Oh man, but yeah, I got Seattle winning. I mean, I think I don't. Fuck. Everything you said kind of does, make you think that. Oh yeah, Houston may be upset.
Yeah.
Houston could maybe upset.
Yeah, that's an upset alert.
And they're coming off of a bye, so let's see what happens.
But these last 3 games, I noted like I actually feel pretty good about the Falcons money line, Detroit covering the 5.5, and Houston covering the 3.5. So if you parlay that, I'm not exactly sure what the odds are, because I looked into adding the Steelers to that, and that one looks like it's not gonna hit. But don't quote me on that. But
yeah, that's a good one though.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it.
But yeah, that wraps up our NFL Week 7 picks recap. As always, thank you guys for watching. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Please let us know if there's something that we missed. If you think we're tripping on one of our picks, or if you guys want to share your records, for those of you that keep up with the games every week, or maybe if you want to share some fire parlays, just let us know. But other than that, thanks guys, and we'll see you next week.
And remember, don't quote us
Unless we're right.
Peace.